Welcome back. So we're up to about week 8 of training for my 10k, and Runner gave me what they call an easy 5k run. Runner uses the word easy a lot, and I am not sure we have the same definition, but anyway, I decided that I was going to run from work on my lunch break for the first time, which felt like really athletic of me and very like, I'm a person who runs now. And basically, I was proud of myself before I even left the building. And then I got downstairs in my running gear and I was ready to go. And I realized I'd left my headphones in my jacket pocket up at my desk. And so I had to go back upstairs in my running outfit, which is not a big deal, but it was just a bit cringe going through the office and past all my colleagues to get my headphones. I don't know why it's embarrassing, but it absolutely is, because it just feels really weird being in active wear in a place like you're supposed to be super professional. Anyway, I got the earphones, all good. Once I got going, it was actually really good. Running from work meant different routes, different streets, different views, and I think I just sort of was distracted and just sort of really enjoyed that run. I also had a very limited time frame before I had to be back at my desk and showered and looking like a normal person. So I was running with a really specific kind of motivation, which meant that I then came in faster than I had planned to. The hill just hit me at the end. There's always a hill, and I just feel like I know that hills are part of running, but every single time it just feels like such a personal attack. Okay, I just got to my running spot. It's going up quickly. I'm doing it on my lunch break. Okay, got a time trial, which sounds scary, but I think it's just to get an idea of what my current speed is, I suppose. So just a quick one today. Gotta get back to work. Let's go. I started off way too fast because I was feeling confident, and then I paid for it about, I don't know, a kilometer in, and when my legs started feeling really crap and I had to stop more than once, and the pace I was supposed to be holding felt like really impossible. My shins were aching, my ankle was hurting. It was not a good one. And I just felt so deflated after that run. And I felt like you have these moments where you think you're making progress and it's going well, and then something brings you right back down and you feel so defeated. You've been lying to yourself about how far you've come. Not every run is a win. Some runs just hurt, and then you sit in your car and you feel a bit sorry for yourself. Oh my gosh. That was not good. Very humbling. Yeah. That was really hard. Unfortunately, my ankle was still really sore over the next couple of days, and sore enough that I made the call not to run my next session, which 2 months ago I probably would have felt like giving up. And honestly, it still felt a bit like giving up, but I'm trying to learn the difference between pushing through something that's useful and for growth, and then pushing through something that's going to actually just completely set me back. So instead of my third run for the week, I went on the stationary bike and did a low impact workout, got the heart rate up and worked up a sweat. And I'd say this is where my brain did its thing, because even though I was moving and even though I was doing something, I spent a good chunk of that bike ride convinced that I was ruining everything, that missing the run meant losing momentum, that I was falling behind, that some invisible version of myself who does everything perfectly was just pulling ahead of me and I was just never going to catch up. And I totally know how that sounds. I know it's not rational, but I think a lot of people, especially people who've spent a long time being hard on themselves, will really recognize that voice. the perfectionist tendency doesn't just disappear because you've decided to be kinder to yourself. It always hangs around and it finds new things to attach to. And apparently, for me, now it's found running. So, what I had to keep coming back to is this, that I'm not doing this to be the best. I'm not doing this to hit every single session perfectly. I'm not doing this to be super fast. I'm doing this for me because it makes me feel better and because it's mine. So the bike instead of a run, still calling that a small win. Today I was driving to the dog park and such a weird thing happened. I was driving and I saw this other woman going for her run and I was so jealous. Not like, that looks good for her kind of thing. That should be me. I should be going for my run. And that is a feeling that I have never had before. I have never been jealous of somebody running. And so I just had to sit with that for a moment and think, wow, well, this is new. And it's just crazy because about 2 months ago, I really wouldn't have believed you if you said I'd have been jealous watching someone else going for a run. I just always felt like it was something that other people did, that they were good at. I wasn't built for it. I would never be into it. It's just a bit crazy to me that that's sort of happened in 2 months. I just wanted to come on and share because it hasn't been a great week for my training or my running, but I'm keen to get back into it, obviously, if I'm feeling like a pang of jealousy at seeing someone else doing their run. And so 8 weeks in, had a bad week in terms of the training, but I'm still more of a runner than I was 7 days ago. And I think that's what I'm learning. Every week that passes, I feel like this is more me. This is more my thing. And maybe that's how it works. Not while you're doing it, not even session by session, but in these really quiet shifts that happen while you're driving in your car and you notice you're jealous of somebody else going for their run. And I'm really glad that that's a feeling that I'm having, especially after a bad week. Hoping the ankle behaves itself next week and that we can get back out there. And if you're having a bit of a crappy week, running or not running, I see you. Hoping that we all have a better week next week. And don't forget, I'm proud of you.